What's up, YouTube family? We're back. I want to check in. How are we doing? We are like on day 15 of the new year. We're halfway there. How you feeling? Are you sticking to those goals, or you want to start next month? What are you doing? I want to share with you guys what's been going on in my life. You know, Elevating with Kay is how I navigate through this journey of entrepreneurship. How do I get to $1 million? That is what the theme is going to be all year. How do we hit $1 million? So you guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. Tell a friend. But let's get into the video. It's your girl K650 Credit. Let's do it. All right, y'all. How you feeling? Tell me the truth. Did you mess up on them goals? Did you talk a big game and you still ain't start nothing? What are you doing? I told you guys last time that I started waking up at 5 a.m. and your girl been doing it. She has been doing it, and I'm so excited for myself. I literally celebrate the fact every time I get up at 5:30, like I'm giving myself a high five, because to me that it was so important. I feel like it was something I struggled with for so long, wanting to get up early, wanting to start my day a little earlier. And I'm doing it. Like, I am doing it. Now, I'm going to be real, because, you know, a lot of times people are like, oh, wake up at 5:30 and you're going to not be tired for the rest of the day. That's some BS. I be dead tired by 11. Dead tired. I want to go back to bed. And that's exactly what I do. I take a nap. And I think napping is so important. So that's one thing that I started the year off of, and I'm still doing. I want to be honest with you guys and tell you that in order to create any new habit, right, it's going to take time. I don't want you guys to get discouraged if you haven't started your New Year's goals, or you feel like you're losing the race or whatever. I listened to something the other day with Aristotle on Instagram, and he said, listen, I'm starting off my New Year slow and steady. I'm not gonna, basically saying he's not gonna be all gas, right? He said that this is a marathon, not a sprint. And a lot of times what happens is that we set these goals for the new year, right? We're going to eat better. We're going to the gym. We're waking up at 5:30. We're going to hit $1 million. Like, all of these things that we set up for ourselves. And then day one of the new year, we're like going, right? We're like, oh, we're doing it. And then you find yourself by day 7, you're no longer doing the thing, because you went so hard at it and it wasn't something that was natural to you, like not something that wasn't really ingrained in you yet. It wasn't a habit yet. So listen, let me tell you, if you decided I'm gonna wake up at 5:30 and you still haven't been able to complete a full 7 days of waking up at 5:30, it's okay. It's all right. You literally just have to keep going. You keep trying, and then eventually it becomes a habit. Then eventually your body's just gonna be like, dang, why are you not up at 5:30? You know, like, be patient with yourself and give yourself grace on if you started something and it's not working out and you got to keep starting over and listen, the only way it doesn't work is if you quit. The only way success doesn't work is if you decide to give up. So start that New Year goal again. If you feel like you haven't started it, or you just started it and you stopped it, start it again. Pick it up again. Try again, because the only way it's going to work is if you keep trying. All right, that's one thing. The second thing your girl want to talk about is I am having extreme trouble figuring out how I'm going to get to $1 million. I set out this audacious goal for myself. I want to figure out, how do I take a business from 6 figures to $1 million? The reason why I'm having a hard time with this is because I don't know anybody in my life who has made $1 million being an entrepreneur. So I feel like at times, and we family, right? Like, we go together. All right, so I'm gonna be transparent. When I first decided to become an entrepreneur and how I got to 6 figures, you guys know I got a mentor. And so I had a mentor, and the mentor helped me definitely get to 6 figures, right? Getting a mentor taught me things that I didn't know that I needed. It taught me to look out for things that I didn't know that I should look out for. Like, it really changed the game. But then I got into a mentorship, and it cost me, I believe it was like $15,000, and it did nothing for me. The only thing it taught me was how to look at my money better, which was super important. But I was expecting that I get in this mentorship and it does exactly what happened in my last mentorship. I learn a bunch of things, I'm able to apply it, and then the results come. I'm not ashamed and I'm not scared to take risk. I'm not scared to invest in myself. I'm not scared to do, honestly, at this point in my life, I'm not scared to do anything. I feel like I've lost a bunch of money already. I feel like I took the leap of faith to move. I've done all of the things that most people are extremely scared to do. So that's not it. But my problem is, because I spent all this money on a mentor and it did not result into results that I thought I should have, or should have gained me, I kind of got discouraged with mentorship. I'm a little scared. I'm reluctant to go into another mentorship. And to be honest, I know that the only way that I can get to $1 million is if I talk to people who are already millionaires. I'm guided by people who are already millionaires. But because I'm so nervous, because the mentorship was so bad, it kind of makes me scared to go after and seek somebody else to guide me to the $1 million. And I'm just being honest. I think nobody really talks about how when you're trying to get to the next level and all the troubled waters you hit along the way, especially with mentorship. Everybody preaches, get a mentor, get a mentor, get a mentor, get a mentor. But I think that not every mentor is qualified. Not every mentorship is actually out to help you grow. Some, like, when I think about a mentorship, sometimes I have to think like this is a business as well, right? So are you after the money to make you more money? Are you after the ability to say you are duplicating millionaires, that you're actually helping people grow? My first mentorship, I can honestly say, shout outs to Hit 500. I got in that mentorship and it changed my life. It changed my life for networking. It changed my life for the ability of how I ran my business. It changed my life about how I scaled with credit card. It changed my life, right? So going into another mentorship and it doesn't have that effect, it's like, wow, okay, well, who do I trust? When you spend $15,000 of your own money, it is extremely scary as a low, when you're at the beginning stages of entrepreneurship. So to think and to fathom to spend another, because you gotta spend money to make money, right? When I first got into a mentorship, it was $3,000, and then as you want to develop to $1 million, you notice that mentorships start costing upwards of $15,000 to $25,000. So when you talk about spending that kind of money, it's almost like you want to be sure. But how do you know that the person you're hiring is actually going to develop what you're looking for? So this is what I decided to do. And I want you guys to write this down, because if you're struggling with this, if you're like, I want a mentor, you've had a bad experience, you don't want, like, whatever it is, this is the plan that I came up with for myself. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay, but it has worked for me. One, I want to go into a mentorship that somebody I know has already had success in, right? And not success, monetary success, but has success that can say, okay, if you get into this, I can guarantee you that is going to give you one thing that is going to change your business, right? So I have a lot of successful friends now in my journey, and I talk to them often about the fear of wanting to get another mentor, and they all understand and feel the same way, because we've all been through this process. So now when I talk to them, I'm like, who are you seeking advice from? Why do you like this person? So I like to have somebody who has receipts for me. And the second thing is it information I don't know already? A lot of times we get into these mentorships and they're all the freaking same. So I want to know now, when I vet a new mentor, is it information that I can't access in my network that I already have? And then the last thing is, if I spend the money, am I going to be stressed out about it? If I spend the money for another mentor, is it going to break the bank? I believe that you should absolutely invest into yourself, but I also am realistic. I also understand what it's like to have a lot of money one month and have a slow season the next month. And sometimes you just can't spend the money, right? So if you are going to spend the money, is it going to hurt your pocket? I don't believe you can scale a business without a mentor. I don't believe that you can scale in life without a mentor. And I don't believe that anything you want in life is going to be easy. But I also do believe that you get to choose who leads you to that journey. Just like, I am very much a lover of the Lord, and I feel like my relationship with God is because I've made a choice to follow his lead based on the things that he's provided me and how I can truly give you testimonies of how he has changed my life. So when I approach a mentorship, I want to feel the same way. When I'm making the choice to allow you to lead me, are you going to lead me in the direction where I couldn't have possibly led myself? And that's the journey I'm on now. I'm scared, I'm nervous, but I know I need somebody to help me get to $1 million, but I don't know who. So that's some transparency for you guys, and knowing that if you're going through this, you're not alone. But I do believe that if we give up on mentorships, that's not the right way either, because everybody that's great is led by something. And I truly, truly believe that. So that's where I am 2 weeks into the new year. I don't know how I'm going to hit $1 million. I don't know what is going to be the thing that takes me to the level, but I do know that I have a system in place for another mentor. I do have a system in place for another source of revenue that's going to come into my business. And I've already started doing that hard thing I told you guys about, because I'm determined to do hard things all year, because I believe that the thing that's in the way of me making $1 million is because last year when things got a little too hard, I stopped. And I'm not a quitter. I don't stop things. But last year, in the process of doing hard things, it became too hard, so I stopped. And this year, I promised myself that no matter how hard it is, I have to make it to the finish line. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week. And I hope this video helped you guys. And if you are struggling with this, please know you're not alone, because I'm in this too. All right, family. See you next week.